Well, Neil, can we start with how the squad's shaping up from the weekend? Any new problems to report?
No issues from the weekend, which is always a bonus. Danny Ballard is nearly ready to return to training, not quite. Jordan Thornley should be back on the grass today. So we've got pretty much a fully fit squad, and that will give us some headaches and some dilemmas ready to pick the right team to take the pitch tomorrow night for what should be a really exciting but tough game against Hull.
When you look at the recent run of fixtures and the sides that you've played, and you say Fleetwood, Portsmouth, Peterborough, Oxford, 10 points from 12, but do you stand there and then add in Doncaster as well and quite rightly think it should be 15 from 15?
Yeah, I do, yeah. I think we should have won every single one of them games. Now, you don't always get what you deserve in football. I think we experienced that at the beginning of the season. And they've been really tough games, but in my opinion, we've been the better team in all of them games. So we've got another run of tough games coming up, starting with Hull tomorrow night, and we know we're going to have to be at our best if we want to win that game, because they're top of the league for a reason. They've just come out of the Championship. They've got some really good players, and they've started the season very well. So I'm really intrigued to see at the end of the game where we are in terms of the yardstick, or in relation to their team tomorrow night.
In terms of that yardstick, what are the key improvements you need to see from the weekend? Because you've got 5 consecutive clean sheets, it just sort of those chances and being a bit more clinical.
Yeah, I think defensively we've been good. That's the whole team, right from the front to the back. The boys put in a real shift together. They work for each other on the pitch, and we've got to try and marry both aspects together, the defending and the attacking. We've been nearly unlucky, but we've got to turn lots of the attacking situations that we had on Saturday. We didn't make the most of, and that was down to a little bit of poor quality and poor decision making at time, and we've got to improve upon that.
Yeah, when you look at the players that you've got available, and you look at that goals column, it probably just doesn't marry with it, does it, when you think of the chances and the ability you've got?
Yeah, I think so as well, yeah. I don't think for 1 second you'd say that we're a defensive team. I like to think that we're always on the front foot, taking the game to the opposition, trying to win the game every minute. So when we've been away from home, we're not settling for getting a point. If we're at home, we're always pushing to score, and if we're 1-0 up, we try and score the second. Maybe we force teams into defending with lots of bodies behind the ball, and teams will come to, when they play against us, they'll see our attacking threat and they'll set up defensively, and that can be hard to break down. So then we have to find the right solutions to that, and we haven't quite done that. I think that'll improve with the more the players play together, and the understanding between each player improves, and that cohesion improves. I think our goal scoring tally will improve as well.
You touched on Hull being top of the league. They've bounced back really well, haven't they, from relegation? Because normally you do have a hangover, but they've set the standard a little bit.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, you know, they were, I think January of this year, they were 7th or 8th in the Championship, and then had a bad end to the season, a real bad run. So for them to then change that feeling in a short period of time, because they didn't have a lot of time in between the end of the season and the beginning of this one, to psychologically reverse how those players are feeling, you have to give great credit to Grant McCann and his staff there, because they're on a high, they're playing well, they're winning games, they're scoring goals, and they're not conceding many. They had a bit of a setback at the weekend, which they wouldn't have been expecting, but they'll obviously be looking to bounce back against us tomorrow night, and yeah, we're going to have to be at our best if we want to get anything from the game. But we're in good form, and we want to take the game to them. We want to try and win the game.